Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
What was that name? Shaw?
Shomer.
Ryan Shomer.
Shomer.
Shomer, okay. Well, I am not seeing Shom. Is it possibly?
It's
S.A.?
Rye, I think, on there that's going to show up.
Okay, and how do you pronounce your last name? Shomer?
Yes.
All right, we are on the record in GW 2025 CR 190, State of Kansas versus Ryan Michelle L.
Laiku.
Shomer. Jill Gillette for the state, Attorney William McClendon for the defendant, who also appears in person. Mr. McClendon, how does your client wish to proceed?
Your Honor, the state and I reached agreement on this matter to resolve this case.
I do remember from looking at the docket notes, you told me that at the preliminary hearing, and we continued it to the docket. So what is the agreement?
Yes, Your Honor. My client would plead no contest to count one, with the remaining counts being dismissed. There'd be a 6-month underlying jail sentence, suspended to 12 months probation, standards, cost, and conditions otherwise.
All right, you lost me as I looked up at this screen and saw count one, a felony. Is that right? Possession
Your
of
Honor.
opium, narcotic, or certain stimulant.
Your Honor, there's a amended complaint on file in which count one would be possession of marijuana,
Let me take a look.
and it'd be a second time, so it'd be a Class A misdemeanor,
Okay.
I believe.
All right. Count one of you originally was unlawful possession of a controlled substance, third or subsequent, making a level 5 drug felony. There were 2 prior convictions, which would have been apparently marijuana, but you've since found that only one of them qualified as a prior. Is that right, counsel?
Correct.
Okay, let me see if I can find that amended. There it is. November 21st, 2025. I do see that amended. Count one reads, all right. So Ms. Shomer, count one now reads that on or about the 18th day of September 25 in Greenwood County, you, Ryan Michelle Shomer, did then and there, contrary to the statutes of the state of Kansas, unlawfully and knowingly possessed any hallucinogenic drug and amendments thereto, to wit marijuana, with 1 prior conviction, and I think JA is probably Jackson County, 2025 CR 41. How do you want to plead to that amended charge?
No contest, ma'am.
And by pleading no contest, you're not admitting the charge, but you don't want to deny it and take it to trial either. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is anyone making you enter this no contest plea today by threats or promises other than your plea agreement?
No.
You understand that even though you're not admitting the charge, you'll still most likely be found guilty, unable to appeal your conviction.
Yes.
And again, you know you're giving up your right to trial.
Yes.
All right, Miss Gillette, I find the defendant has knowingly and voluntarily entered her no contest plea to the amended charge of Class A, possession of marijuana after a prior conviction. And are the parties offering the probable cause affidavit that was submitted along with the arrest report filed on October 10th of 2025? Or do you want to offer another factual basis, Ms. Gillette?
If they're willing to stipulate, I'd be offering the affidavit.
We would stipulate to the affidavit, Your Honor.
All right. Parties agreeing that the affidavit shows what the evidence would show if this were to go to trial. The affidavit prepared and sworn to by Deputy Blake Fisher, working for the Greenwood County Sheriff. September 18th of 2025, near the convenience store Pump and Pete's, located at 205 West River Street, Eureka, giving us jurisdiction. Based on the contents of that affidavit, I do find a factual basis supports the no contest plea and find the defendant guilty of the amended Class A, possession of marijuana. Any remaining charges, are they dismissed on your motion, Ms. Gillette, for plea agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and sentencing, if you go back over that again for me, I missed some of that. The recommendations agreed upon.
6 months underlying, 12 months of probation, standard conditions, court cost, probation fee, booking fee.
ABI, is that involved?
Yes, there is a KBI left.
No fine?
No fine.
Okay, and you said, I missed, you cut out when you were telling me what kind of probation? Non-reporting or reporting?
Reporting.
Non-reporting. All right, Mr. McClendon, is that the agreement for sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes,
All
Your Honor,
right.
that sounds accurate.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Shomer, at this time, I will follow your plea agreement for sentencing and impose a 6-month jail sentence. That sentence will be suspended so long as you successfully complete a 12-month reporting probation. And again, that's for 12 months, and the parties did agree on reporting?
Yes, because this is a second.
Okay, all right,
I have
thank
a
you.
quick question. So I don't, do I report there or are we gonna try to get it to where it's on my corrections? Cause I'm on community corrections right now,
Right.
Which,
I don't
where's
section.
your community corrections? What county?
Jackson County.
Jackson.
Okay, all right, we'll address that. Okay, so your sentence is 12 months, no fine. You will be suspended from serving that so long as you successfully complete a 6-month reporting probation. You will need to call first the local reporting, and that number is 316-322-4153. That's the main office for the Judicial District Court Services. Call them as soon as this hearing is over and tell them you're reporting. 316,
316-322.
yes, 322-4153.
Okay.
Now, again, that's 12 months reporting, all standard conditions, and they'll go over those with you. I do not object. I will authorize that be transferred to Jackson County if that's your home county, and if Jackson will take it, but you have to first report to Butler until they tell you otherwise. And you'll be responsible for court costs, which are 158, booking fees, which are 45, KBI fees, which are 400, probation fees, which are 60. And so you'll need to tell me how much, where do you work?
I work at a treatment center in Sedan, Kansas.
Is that at that KISSA treatment facility?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, how can you work there and live in Jackson County? Those are opposite ends of the state.
No, they are transferring it to Montgomery County, but they haven't done so. They won't do that until March. So until March, I do my UAs weekly at work, and then I do every other week. They submit a form to my probation officer in Jackson County, and I speak with her weekly. I'm also on ReadPath, which is it's an app on my phone that tracks me everywhere I go. So it's like pretty much an ankle monitor.
But you live in Jackson County and work.
No, I do not live in Jackson County. I live in Havana, Kansas. I'm on corrections through Jackson County until March when they transfer it to Montgomery County.
You are working at a treatment facility to help ladies overcome drug addiction.
Yes, I am.
And you were stopped September 18th in possession of marijuana.
Yes, and I stated that day that I was getting ready to go to treatment, which is what I did, and have since then turned my life around. I mean, people make mistakes and people can recover from that, so.
What's the percentage of recovery with your clients in KISSA?
Our clients specifically have a higher rate, because our program is not only a
That
28
wasn't what I
program.
asked you. I asked you, what is your results?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know
Your
exactly.
company's results. What
I'm
is
not
your
gonna lie to
company's-
you, I don't know exactly.
All right, and as I understand, KISSA is made up of two ladies that own it and their names put together.
No,
Is that right? Okay.
no,
No? Well,
no.
that's it. Okay, what do you
Kiss the
think?
Life Recovery stands for Keep It Simple, Amen. The owner of that is Kim Jones. The director is Charity Costin.
Well, I had those two ladies here in a court probably a couple of years ago, and they told me it stood for their names put together. Now you're telling me they told me they didn't tell me the truth.
That's not, I mean, if it does, then I don't know where the SA comes from. But
Well,
on
I
our
don't
sign,
know.
it says Keep It Simple, Amen. So
So
it's a
it's KI.
faith-based recovery program.
Counsel, I'm getting more skeptical of this plea agreement the longer I talk to this young lady. I don't. What's funny?
I'm not laughing.
Well, what is that expression you're making?
I just don't know what to believe, what to think right now.
Well, I'm troubled that I was asked to transfer this to Jackson County, and then you say, no, I work down there on the other end of the state. And then you
Well,
tell me that Jackson County, you want me to transfer this to Jackson County for supervision, but they don't even supervise you, or they're not going to for much longer. They're going to send you down to Montgomery County.
if you want to keep it in Greenwood County, that's fine. I can come and drive there and report as much as you would like.
Well, thank you for giving me authority to do what I feel is appropriate. I appreciate your
I
support.
mean, I just was trying to be honest with you about the whole situation. It is kind of confusing because I just moved everything. I just changed my whole life around. And so they can't transfer me yet, technically. It's a process, you know? And so I wasn't trying to be rude or anything. I just was trying to be upfront and honest with you about it. So there was no red flags later on that you didn't know about. So I'm
All
on
right.
24-hour supervision every day.
Who supervises you 24 hours?
The app that's on my phone, I have to take a picture of myself every 4 hours, and it goes to my probation officer who's in Jackson County. I take weekly UAs from work, and they send those results to Jackson County, and then every 2 weeks they send a employment report, and when they do that, that's when we discuss everything else. They can't technically transfer me yet.
Have you ever done alcohol and drug treatment?
Inpatient?
Any alcohol and drug
Yes,
treatment?
I have. I completed drug court when I was 18, so that would have been 11 years ago. I completed it successfully and got off early due to good behavior. Um, this is the first time I've been back in trouble since then. So,
How old are you now? That was at 18. How old are you now?
29
29. So, okay, go ahead. Any other treatment? That was outpatient treatment at age 18?
in drug court program, is 18-month program. I completed that. Um, no, I came to KISSA in October and completed the program, and they instantly offered me a job when I released. So
Okay, so you came to KISSA, the sedan program of these two ladies, October what date of 2025?
yeah, October 20th.
Was that court ordered by Jackson County?
No,
And why did you
voluntarily.
go?
It was voluntarily
So you voluntarily went for treatment in October. Why?
because I was struggling with my addiction.
All right, so were you in treatment when you got assigned, when you were sentenced in Jackson County for drugs?
No,
So that would have been, Jackson County would have sentenced you before October 20th of 25,
yes,
but they didn't order you to treatment. You just went on your own.
yeah. I was actually being supervised by Morris County when I went to treatment. And when I went to treatment, they transferred me back to Jackson County. I was living in Council Grove before that, and I wasn't doing very well, which is why I decided to make a life change. And I did better when I was under the supervision of Jackson County, and that's the sentencing county, so that's where they sent me back to while I was in treatment.
What happened with this Jackson County 24 case for battery and drugs
I'm
and
on
drug
probation for that right now.
and
That's
driving while
that's what I'm on probation for.
Well, what happened to this 2025 Jackson County case, possession of marijuana?
They
You
combined them.
well, okay.
I was being held captive against my will by the person that I was with, and so they
All
knew
right.
that.
What happened with this 20? Okay, so you're saying that you were sentenced on both of those in Jackson
July.
County?
Yeah, in July.
Jackson County, and they put you on the one community corrections assignment.
Yes.
Did you go directly to community corrections, or did you
Yes.
start at? Okay. All right. Well, this Jackson 25 CR 41 says disposition date May 23rd of 25,
Which is
with
the day that they combined it.
which is an offense date of 10/30/24, which would have been exactly a year before you went to KISA
Mm-hmm.
drug treatment. Then the other Jackson County, the 24, again, May 23rd of 25, with the plea date of May 23rd, but an offense date of December 2nd of 24. So that would have been after you went to KISA, right?
No, that was last year.
Oh, I'm sorry. December would have been, you're right. No, it says
Yes,
offense.
both of those cases
And
happened last
listen
year.
to me. Maybe your official record is wrong, but your official court record says the offense date was December 2nd, 2024.
Yes. We are in
And
20.
we're in 2026.
Yes.
And you said you went to KISA October 20th of 2025.
Yes. So for 1 year, I struggle with my addiction.
All right. But you committed them before you went to KISA or after?
Before.
All right. Now,
I've been clean since I went to KISA.
and I know that how?
I have
Because
been,
you said
I've
so?
done weekly UAs since then. I can send my records over if you would like that. I mean, I don't know what else to do other than that.
Do you have any children?
No,
Married?
no,
Any other drug treatment besides this treatment in Sedan, Kansas since October of this past October, and what you had when you were 18? Any treatment?
yeah, when I was 21, I did outpatient treatment and completed it successfully.
And what does successful treatment of drug treatment mean?
That you complete the program that they give you to do.
But it doesn't mean you're not going to go out and reoffend, reuse.
I mean, nobody's ever promised that. Nobody can ever say that they're not going to do it ever again.
All right, so you're not telling me right now that you're through using drugs, are you?
No, I'm through using drugs. I hit my bottom and I don't want to go back, which is why
But you
I now
told me-
work. That's why I now work at a treatment center to keep me in my recovery every single day. I can't do anything other than that, literally. I go to meetings every single day. I take
All right.
girls to meetings.
Counsel, stop, please. Counsel, I'm going to continue this sentencing, and I want a drug evaluation, not by her employer. Her
I just had
employer
one in October.
who allows her to work for them while she has pending drug charges in 2 different counties. Now, I know that was a smile. What's so funny, ma'am?
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand why people can't get second chances. That's how people stay in recovery. Like, the reason I took that job is because I didn't want to go work at overnight at a factory where there's constantly drugs around me. That was my other option, was to
Maybe
go
there
work
are
at a
factories-
factory.
Maybe there are factories that don't have drugs all around them.
Have you ever seen one? Because I haven't. I've worked at a lot of factories.
All right. Well, maybe you just haven't worked it enough. All right. You want a second chance? You had a second chance in Jackson County number 2024 CR 533. You had a second chance in Jackson County 2025 CR 41. Those were drug convictions that you were put on corrections for. There's also a Jackson County 2025 MR 22 that talks about an unknown statute felony, offense date December 30th of 2024, without a plea or disposition showing. Your last activity was February 10th of 2025, setting bond A. Then there was Lyon County 2024 TR 2118 driving without vehicle insurance, failure to display evidence of financial security that ended up dismissed. That was another chance. There was Lyon County,
Ma'am, I know what my record is.
and then there was Lyon County. Well, there's some civil things in there that I won't consider those, but don't tell me that you haven't had a second, third, whatever chance, and you're not asking me for a second chance, and you're not asking me very politely at that, if that is what you're doing. But I'm going to set this over and I'm going to revisit this. I'm gonna let Miss Gillette take a look at what your record is, and Mr. McClendon, see what your record is, and we're going to revisit this sentencing. Missy, let's set this over for about 2 weeks. Or whatever you have around 2 weeks. And I do want, maybe I need to set it over more, because I do want, let's set it over more, because I want a genuine alcohol and drug evaluation on her. Miss Gillette, you and I have both worked with that treatment facility she's at. We both know about it. I do not want them doing the evaluation.
They don't do evaluations there.
Well, all right. I don't want them doing the evaluation, so good. We're on the same page.
What about
Well,
that February 17th?
I need to get another one because I just got one less than 90 days ago.
I want another one, and I
Okay.
want it at a place that is approved by the court. So, Mr. McClendon, make sure you run it past the court, Miss Gillette in the court before she goes and does it. December 17th at 3:30.
February 17th?
February 17th at 3:30. And that should give her time to get another alcohol and drug evaluation. And I understand, ma'am, that those evaluations are only as good as the integrity and the sincerity of the people answering the questions. And Miss Gillette, I will want to know a progress report from how she's doing on corrections up there at Jackson County. But this sentencing has not gone well, so I'm going to continue it and see how it looks February 17th. I trust you know I do not have to follow your plea agreements for sentencing. I trust you know that, Ms. Shomer.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we'll be in recess at this time. Ms. Shomer is excused from today's hearing, but continued on bond with the added condition that she reappear with a more recent alcohol and drug evaluation at a facility approved by the court at the date and time given. So, Ms. Shomer, you may go.